Returning viewers know that this year I'm focusing mainly on bands I think are underrated and underappreciated. We've talked a lot about Grand Funk Railroad, Humble Pie, and hell, just the last video I was talking about bands I think should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that haven't been inducted yet. And I think there were a couple bands I think should be in that I didn't put on that list, like Judas Priest, but I haven't really listened to a lot of them, so I didn't put them on. But another band I think I forgot about was Mountain. Now these guys, whoa, this is great American hard rock and roll right here. I don't know how I forgot them. Maybe they shouldn't be in just because they weren't around for long enough, but Leslie West at least should be in. He's probably one of my favorite guitarists and vocalists of all time, and I just think he's super underrated, and his band just kicks ass. They are so damn good. Mississippi Queen from this album is probably one of my favorite songs of all time, so I just figured, hey, I've had this album for a while, why not review it? So that's what I'm going to do. Today, I will review Mountain's 1970 album, Climbing. Let's get this started. Was there ever a more perfect hard rock song than Mississippi Queen? I think not, because this song is practically flawless. I love each and every little detail about this entire song. And yeah, it may only be a little more than 2 minutes in length, but trust me, those will be the 2 best minutes of your whole life. There's a damn good reason for why Mississippi Queen is one of my favorite songs of all time. Everything about it is just so awesome. I mean, the guitar here is phenomenal. Leslie West, his guitar is the best tone. Fat, juicy, heavy, and distorted. It makes everything he played just sound absolutely behemoth. The riff to this song is monstrous. The soloing is top-notch. The cowbell intro by Corky Lang is just timeless. Everything about this song is just larger than life. Just like Leslie West, the man himself. I mean, this has to be the peak of all hard rock songs. It really doesn't get better than this. Fun fact, Theme from an Imaginary Western was originally a Cream song written by Jack Bruce. But when Jack Bruce showed the song to Eric Clapton, he didn't really like it, so he instead decided to give it to his buddy and producer, Felix Pappalardi. And coincidentally, Felix was also the bassist for none other than Mountain. So that's how Theme became a Mountain song, and I say it turned out pretty well for Mountain, because this actually ended up being one of their very best songs. It is way quieter than a lot of their usual stuff, but has a lot of emotion, and even though I love Leslie West's voice, Felix's voice fits this song very well, and for a slow song, I really like it. If there was one song in Mountain's repertoire that could get close to matching up with the ball-shaking, cowbell-thwacking, thunderous, colossal rock and roll anthem of Mississippi Queen, then I'd say that Never in My Life is a pretty good contender. Its riff sounds like a freaking hurricane. The drumming, just epic. The bass work, amazing. Vocals, just everything about this song is just so powerful and manly. I mean, Mississippi Queen, it has to be their best song, but this song is a close second. My gosh, it even got praise from Jimi Hendrix for its guitar wizardry. This is a truly amazing song, and if you don't know too many songs by Mountain, after you listen to Mississippi Queen, you gotta check this one out. Our next track, Silver Paper, is yet another Mountain classic. It showcases some excellent organ work from the member of Mountain that most people usually forget, Steve Knight, and Felix Pappalardi's vocals really add a lot of atmosphere. Look at me. I believe it's true. From its soft, reminiscent verses to its loud, passionate, intense chorus, I have always considered Free Yasgur's Farm to be one of the very best Mountain tracks. It's an honorable ode to the legendary Woodstock concert, and I would say it pays excellent homage. I love how it goes from soft to loud. I love the dynamic, and Felix Pappalardi's vocals are just so passionate. I love it. I really do. This is one of Mountain's very best. For a man who's known for writing down some of the baddest, hardest hidden riffs in rock and roll history, on To My Friend, Leslie West proved to everyone that he could just as well write acoustic songs that were beautiful and passionate. Although a lot of people may see To My Friend as a just kind of filler instrumental track, I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I love how it shows there's a different side to Leslie West. My very first thoughts on the Laird upon first listening to it were, this sounds like something from the Brother Bear soundtrack. Because it has this really exotic, unique, kind of Native American-esque vibe to it, which is really cool. It's exotic. The vocals are just beyond weird, though. But it's kind of cool. Like, I never listened to it a whole lot. I always listened to, like, a lot of the more rocking ones. But it's still a pretty cool track. Also, I like how kind of the Native American-esque vibe is kind of a throwback to a lot of Mountain's album artwork. If you check out a lot of their other album covers, they look kind of like Native American-ish, and that's pretty cool. And even though it may not be one of my favorites, I still think it's a pretty unique track. In sharp contrast to the past two songs, which have been acoustic, Sittin' On the Rainbow is just a straight-up rocker. The drum intro by Corky Laing is just fabulous, and of course, Leslie West, as always, provides excellent vocals. It's a fun, happy, upbeat little song that just rocks. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I haven't listened to Boys in the Band that much. I'm usually more of a fan of rockers and like faster songs than ballads, but this song is really, really good. And I'm thinking that I should listen to it a hell of a lot more after just listening to it now, because it really is a great song. It's this really moody ballad with just tons of atmosphere behind it. Has a really great piano intro. Leslie West has this really unique, cool, kind of spacey effect on his guitar. I really like it. The chorus is excellent. Felix is doing great on the vocals. It's a really good way to end off this album. And even though I wish they would have ended it off on a rocker, this is still a really great way to end a really great album. So guys, that was my review for Mountain's 1970 album, Climbin'. I hope that y'all really want to check out Mountain now, because I just think that they're a really great, yet totally underappreciated band that I just think needs a lot more attention than they get. Which I also think is super cool, is that at this time, Mountain was pretty much the heaviest thing to come out of America, along with Grand Funk, and that heavy metal was mainly a thing for Brits such as Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and Black Sabbath. So in a way, Mountain was one of the main originators of American hard rock, which is kind of a big deal, and which is why I think that they should get a lot more attention than they get. Their style is so distinct, fat, huge, enormous, and larger than life. The band is completely comprised of virtuosos. Felix Pappalardi, awesome producer, awesome bassist, really nice voice. Corky Laing, fantastic drummer, love the way he used cowbells. Steve Knight, the unsung hero, yet just really good on the organ. And of course, my boy Leslie West, the mountain man himself. Manliest voice in rock and roll, and just his fat, distorted, humongous sounding guitar just kills me every time. I love this band so much. They're huge, larger than life, and they play just killer blues rock and roll at its best. Guys, I cannot recommend Mountain enough, so if you haven't heard them, go check them out. So guys, that's all for now. I hope you like my review, so until next time, bye.